Did you know that you can use the power of artificial intelligence to convert an image like this into something like this? Well, in this video, I will show you exactly what are the best AI image upscaling tools that do exactly this. So without wasting any more time, let's dive right into it. So the first image upscaling tool on this list is called Upscaler, and this is provided by StockPhotos.com. And this is very simple to use. All you really need to do is drag and drop an image right here. And then you can also choose the resolution and AI model. For example, I want to go with the highest detail in the output image. So I just don't want to make it bigger, but I also want it to be sharper and crisper and whatnot. So during this video, I'll be using this input image that I took outside the office the other day. So we have two birds right over here. But as you can see, it's pretty blurry or pixelated or however you want to call it. I will now drag and drop this here right here where it says upload image, and then we will wait for 15 or 30 seconds. And as you can see, it did a stellar job. Perhaps the only thing that I don't like about it is that it's actually using a bit too much AI to my liking. So this looks almost like a painting, but you can choose a different model from the landing page of it, so you can try a less aggressive AI if you want to. And the next awesome image upscaling tool is called Nero.com. So this is also an AI platform, so the upscaling feature is just one of the many. And we're going to drag and drop this image right over here to see how it works. Oh, and one thing we need to also do is we need to choose the mode that we want to use in the upscaling process. So for example, this is a photograph that I'm trying to upscale, so we're going to choose that. But if you want to try it on other use cases, you can choose an AI model that is suitable for that. But nonetheless, let's press start and see what happens. Alrighty, so at least this one was a lot quicker than the previous ones. Obviously, I'm not going to show you when it's rendering. I'm going to cut it out in the editing phase. But this took only like 8 seconds or 10 seconds or so. And as you can see, the results are pretty incredible. So the original image is very pixelated and very unclear. But when we zoom in on it with this one, we can actually see that it's perfectly crisp and has a high definition. And once again, the only problem with it is that it actually looks like a painting. If we zoom very close, it looks as if it has been painted by somebody. But on a larger scale, on a bigger picture, this looks pretty decent, and I would definitely be able to use this in my blog post. I would definitely not use this original image because it looks terrible. So yeah, this did the job perfectly. And the next AI image upscaler in line is called Avaide Image Upscaler. And this platform has all sorts of tools. So this is a video creativity platform. It uses AI in all sorts of things, but we can use this to upscale our image. So let's drag and drop the image right here and see what happens. Now here we have the results, and there's no like a side-by-side comparison, but we can actually use this zoom in feature to see how well it actually is upscaling the image and improving its resolution. So if I'm trying to focus on this or zoom in on this crow, we can actually see that it looks pixelated on the left-hand side, but it looks pretty much perfect on the right-hand side. And the only bad thing is that there you have this watermark, so you can't really use this image as it is, so you would need to upgrade to a paid plan. But nonetheless, this is super impressive. And the next awesome AI image upscaler tool on the line is called I Love Image, and I am going to drop the image right here. Drop it like it's hot, as they say here. And this also took only like 8 or 10 seconds to process, which is quite incredible. So here we can compare the input versus the output. So as you can see, the original image is pixelated and blurry, but after being processed by AI, it looks awesome. And I think the only issue with this one is that it also looks a bit like a painting. But if you're not paying attention, if you're just rendering the image somewhere like this, so you're not zooming in on it, then I think it looks perfect. So yes, I would definitely be able to use this image. And last but not least, let's try out Pixelcut's AI image upscaler tool. So first we can choose the resolution here between 2x and 4x, and then we can just drag and drop the image into the view. And this one was really quick as well. And the result is pretty decent. I would say that it's a bit more blurry than the other image upscalers that I used, but it's also less painting like, if you know what I'm saying. So I think that this one doesn't look that much of a painting after it's been processed. So it's perhaps a slightly less crisp or sharp image, but it's also more realistic. So this one is perfect. I would definitely use it in one of my blog posts or videos as well. And that completes the list of upscalers. And one thing I need to mention is that these upscalers are using similar technology, so there will be no drastic differences between which one you choose and which one you don't. And I have experimented with this a lot in the past couple of days, and I have noticed that some of these platforms work really nicely, but some of them for some reason don't work at all. So you might input an image like this that you're seeing right here, and then you're going to get an image like this back without basically anything happening to it. I think that the only thing that some of these tools do is that they make the image bigger, which probably is the original intention of what's upscaling. But these days people expect the detail or the definition to get better as well, so the image should be sharper. And that's pretty much the only thing that you need to pay attention to when you're experimenting with these tools. So yes, there are awesome free upscaling tools, but then there are also tools that won't really do anything to your images.